Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today's topic is something that every English learner dreams about, speaking English without thinking. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Oh yes, that's the magic level, right? When you just open your mouth and the right words flow out naturally.
Exactly. But it's also one of the hardest skills to develop because our brains are so used to translating and overthinking every sentence.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about for the next couple of hours. How to get to that point where you can just speak naturally, fluently, and confidently without your brain getting in the way.
So Emma, why do you think so many English learners struggle with overthinking?
Well, I think it starts with fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, fear of sounding silly. When you're afraid, your brain starts to overanalyze every word before it comes out.
Absolutely. It's like you have a mini grammar checker inside your head that tries to fix every sentence before you speak it.
Yes, and that's exhausting. Instead of enjoying a conversation, you're constantly running an internal exam.
I remember one of my students told me, Jack, I know all the grammar rules, but when I talk to someone, my mind freezes. That's so common.
I've heard that too. It's because they're still translating from their native language. Their brain is doing double work, first translating, then speaking.
Exactly. That's why the goal is to stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Let's talk about what it actually means to think in English.
Good idea. Thinking in English means that your brain connects ideas to English words instantly, without going through your native language.
For example, if you see a cat, your brain immediately says cat, not gato or kuching or whatever it is in your first language.
Right. It's automatic. You don't have to remember the word, you feel it.
So, how can learners train their brains to do that?
One way is to surround yourself with English, like listening to podcasts, watching shows, or reading simple content daily. The more your brain sees and hears English, the faster it starts forming direct connections.
Yes, immersion is key. But I also tell my students to practice thinking out loud, like narrate your day in English. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm cooking dinner. I'm walking to work. It trains your brain to speak automatically.
That's a great tip. It's like building a mental muscle.
I think another big block is perfectionism. People want to speak perfectly.
Oh yes, that's such a trap. Perfection kills progress.
When you aim for perfection, you hesitate, you pause, and you lose confidence.
Exactly. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. We repeat ourselves, we say we forget words. That's normal.
I love that you said that because fluency isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about speaking comfortably.
Absolutely. I like to say fluency is flow, not flawlessness.
Oh, I love that quote, Jack. Say that again for everyone.
Fluency is flow, not flawlessness.
Beautiful. That should be on a t-shirt.
Let's talk about the physical side of speaking. Your mouth, your tongue, your muscles.
Yes. People forget that speaking is also a physical skill.
Exactly. If you've never pronounced certain English sounds before, your mouth isn't used to moving that way. That's why you might hesitate or stutter. Your mouth is still learning.
It's like going to the gym. At first, your muscles are stiff, but the more you train, the more flexible you become.
That's why shadowing exercises are great. You listen to native speakers and imitate them in real time.
I love shadowing. It improves pronunciation, rhythm, and consonants. You stop worrying about grammar and start feeling the natural flow of the language.
And when you do that regularly, your brain and mouth start syncing. You stop thinking and you just speak.
Jack, do you think confidence comes before fluency or after?
Good question. I think they grow together. You gain confidence as you become more fluent, but also you need a bit of confidence to even start speaking.
True. Confidence is like the engine. It drives you to practice even when you're not perfect.
Exactly. And the more you speak, the less you care about little mistakes.
I remember when I learned French. At first, I was terrified to speak, but after forcing myself to chat with people, I realized nobody cared if my grammar was perfect. They just appreciated my effort.
That's the same in English. People don't care if you mix tenses or forget articles. They care about communication.
Yes, communication is the real goal, not grammar perfection.
Let's imagine we're learners for a second.
Okay, fun. Let's pretend we're ordering coffee. You'll play a nervous learner and I'll be the barista.
Okay, I'm ready. Hi there, what can I get you today?
Uh, I want, a coffee, uh, please.
Sure. What size?
Medium? No, small. I mean, wait, sorry.
That's totally normal. And this is where many learners panic.
Exactly. But instead of freezing, just keep talking. Even if you use the wrong word, it's okay.
Right. You could just say, sorry, I mean small. Keep the flow going.
The goal is to stay in English mode. Don't switch back to your language in your head.
Yes, because the more you do that, the faster your brain stays in English automatically.
Let's talk about daily habits that help people speak without thinking.
Good idea. I'd say listen to English every day, podcasts, YouTube, audiobooks, even 15 minutes helps.
Definitely. And try to talk to yourself in English, even if no one's around.
Or find a speaking partner online. There's language exchange apps, or you can join English clubs.
I also suggest watching TV shows without subtitles, or at least with English subtitles. It helps your brain connect sound and meaning faster.
Yes, that's how you build that automatic response. You hear a phrase so many times that it becomes part of you.
Exactly. The key is repetition, not memorization.
I think the biggest transformation happens when people stop saying, I can't speak fluently, and start saying, I'm learning to speak naturally.
Oh, I love that. Changing your words changes your mindset.
Yes, when you believe you can, your brain relaxes, and when you relax, you speak better.
It's funny, isn't it? The more you try to be perfect, the worse you sound. But when you relax, your English suddenly improves.
That's because fluency comes from comfort, not control.
Wow, that's another t-shirt quote right there.
Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly realized you were speaking another language without thinking?
Yes. When I lived in Spain one day, I was at the grocery store and I realized I had been chatting with the cashier completely in Spanish without translating, without hesitation. It felt magical.
That's the best feeling. It's like your brain finally trusts itself.
Exactly. That's when I understood. Fluency isn't about knowing everything, it's about trusting what you know.
I had a similar moment with Japanese. I was talking to a friend and suddenly realized I hadn't thought in English for 10 minutes. It was all just flowing.
That's when you know your brain has switched modes.
To everyone listening, please remember, speaking English without thinking is possible for everyone, but it takes time, patience, and daily practice.
Yes, don't be discouraged if it feels slow. Every conversation, every word you say gets you one step closer.
You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Because when you enjoy it, your brain learns faster.
That's right. English fluency is not a destination, it's a lifestyle.
So that's our deep dive into how to speak English without thinking.
I hope this episode helps you stop overthinking and start feeling the language.
And remember, practice daily, stay positive, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
You got this. Keep speaking, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode of Reen English Channel.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to Real English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Today we're talking about something that affects every part of our lives, our habits. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Yes, specifically healthy habits, the small daily actions that can make a huge difference over time.
Exactly. Whether it's eating better, sleeping well, exercising, or even managing your screen time, habits shape our future.
And we're not just talking about physical health. We'll also cover mental and emotional habits, the ones that help you stay positive and balanced.
Perfect. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive into how to build and maintain healthy habits that last.
So, Jack, let's start with the basics. What do you think defines a healthy habit?
I'd say it's a behavior that supports your long-term well-being, something that improves your body, mind, or mood.
Exactly, and it doesn't have to be complicated. A healthy habit could be as simple as drinking water when you wake up or taking a 5-minute walk after lunch.
Yeah, I think a lot of people make the mistake of thinking healthy habits must be big, dramatic changes. But really, they're built one small step at a time.
Right, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency.
And the best part? Once a healthy habit becomes automatic, it no longer feels like effort. It becomes part of who you are.
Why do you think healthy habits are so important, especially today?
Because modern life is so busy and stressful. We're always rushing, always multitasking. Without good habits, we end up burned out and unhealthy.
So true, we can't control everything in life, but we can control our routines. Healthy habits create stability.
Exactly. And they build momentum. When you take care of your body and your mind, you have more energy, focus, and confidence.
It's like a positive cycle. One good habit leads to another.
Yes. For example, if you start sleeping better, you wake up with more energy, which makes it easier to exercise, which improves your mood, and that helps you eat better.
That's the magic of it. Habits connect. Let's talk about morning habits, because I think the way you start your day often shapes the rest of it.
Absolutely. The first hour of your day is powerful. What you do when you wake up sends a message to your brain about how the day will go.
Right. So, what's your morning routine like?
I try to keep it simple. I wake up early, drink a big glass of water, and stretch for a few minutes. Then I do some journaling, just writing down what I'm grateful for and what I want to focus on that day.
That sounds great. I also love journaling in the morning. It clears my head before the chaos starts.
What about you?
My morning habit is no phone for the first 30 minutes. I used to check messages right away, and it made me anxious. Now I do some deep breathing, then have a quiet breakfast while listening to calming music.
That's such a healthy start, and it's proof that small changes can really reduce stress.
Totally. The key is being intentional. Don't just react to your day, design it.
Let's move on to one of the biggest topics, food.
Oh, yes, healthy eating. So many people struggle with this because we're surrounded by fast food and quick snacks.
True. But I think the trick is balance. You don't need a perfect diet, you just need awareness.
Exactly. I like the 80-20 rule. Eat nutritious foods 80% of the time and enjoy treats 20% of the time without guilt.
I love that because guilt can be more harmful than the food itself.
Absolutely. Also, planning helps. I prepare meals ahead of time so I don't end up eating junk just because I'm tired.
Meal prepping is such a lifesaver. I also try to eat slowly and actually taste my food. It helps you feel satisfied and prevents overeating.
Yes, mindful eating. No scrolling while you eat, no rushing, just being present with your meal.
That's another underrated healthy habit, mindfulness during meals.
Now, let's talk about movement. You don't have to be a gym person to be healthy, right?
Absolutely not. Healthy movement is about finding what you enjoy. It could be walking, yoga, swimming, dancing, anything that gets your body active.
I totally agree. For me, it's walking in nature. It clears my mind and lifts my mood.
I'm more of a morning jogger. It wakes me up better than coffee.
I admire people who run early, but seriously, it's about consistency. Even a 10-minute walk every day is better than nothing.
Yes, and it adds up. Movement improves your heart health, your energy, and even your creativity.
And it helps with stress. Exercise is one of the best ways to manage anxiety naturally.
Definitely. It releases endorphins, your body's natural happy hormones.
Okay, we have to talk about sleep.
Oh, yes, my favorite topic. I used to underestimate it so much.
Same here. I thought sleeping less meant being more productive. But the truth is, poor sleep ruins everything: mood, focus, even your appetite.
Exactly. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. If you don't rest well, your energy drops and your motivation disappears.
What's your sleep routine like now?
I try to go to bed at the same time every night. I also avoid screens for at least an hour before sleeping.
That's smart. Blue light really messes with your brain. I use a wind down routine: dim lights, no phone, maybe read a book or meditate.
That sounds peaceful. I also learned that keeping your bedroom cool and dark really helps.
Yes, and having a regular schedule. Your body loves consistency.
Let's shift to mental health because healthy habits aren't just physical, they're emotional too.
Totally. I think one of the best habits for mental health is gratitude.
Yes, gratitude changes your perspective. Even when things go wrong, focusing on small positives can reset your mood.
I write 3 things I'm grateful for every night. It helps me end the day on a peaceful note.
That's beautiful. I also meditate for 10 minutes every morning. It trains my mind to slow down and stay calm.
Meditation is amazing, but for some people, it can also mean just taking deep breaths or sitting quietly.
Exactly. You don't need fancy tools, just space and intention.
I also limit my exposure to negativity, whether it's social media, toxic news, or draining conversations. Protecting your mental space is a healthy habit too.
Couldn't agree more. What you feed your mind matters as much as what you feed your body.
Let's talk about habits that help people be more productive.
One of my favorites is time blocking, scheduling chunks of time for focused work.
Oh, that's so effective. I do something similar. I plan my day the night before so I wake up with clarity.
Planning is everything. It helps you start the day with direction instead of chaos.
I also use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, I do it immediately.
That's brilliant. It keeps small tasks from piling up.
And breaks are essential. I used to push through hours of work without resting, and it just made me tired. Now I take a short walk or stretch every hour.
Yes, your brain can only focus deeply for so long. Healthy work habits protect your energy and help you do better work.
Let's talk about how to make habits stick, because starting is easy, but maintaining them is hard.
Totally. The first rule is start small. Don't try to change your whole life overnight.
Yes, if your goal is to read more, start with 5 minutes a day, not an hour.
Exactly. Success builds motivation.
I also use habit tracking. I check off each day I complete a habit. It's satisfying.
Oh, I love that too. It's visual progress.
Another trick is to pair a new habit with an old one. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, add 2 minutes of stretching afterward.
That's called habit stacking. It's super powerful.
And of course, be patient. Habits take time.
Right. Consistency matters more than intensity.
We can't talk about healthy habits without mentioning bad habits.
Oh, yes, the hard part, letting go of the unhealthy ones.
Exactly. Everyone has them. Staying up too late, eating junk, checking phones too much.
I think the key is awareness. You can't change what you don't notice.
True. Start by identifying triggers. When do you do that habit and why?
Right. If you eat snacks when you're stressed, maybe you need a new coping mechanism, like walking or journaling.
And don't try to quit everything cold turkey. Replace one bad habit with a better one.
For example, if you scroll your phone before bed, replace it with reading a short article or listening to music.
Yes, small swaps make a big difference.
I think one underrated healthy habit is maintaining social connections.
Oh, totally. Humans are social creatures. Having good relationships improves both mental and physical health.
Yes, studies show that people with strong social ties live longer and are happier.
And it doesn't have to mean going out all the time. Just checking in with a friend, calling family, or having a genuine conversation helps.
I like to make a habit of sending one kind message every day. Even just a, hey, how are you?
That's such a beautiful idea. Connection is nourishment for the soul. So, how do people stay motivated when building healthy habits?
Great question. Motivation comes and goes, so discipline has to take over.
Exactly. You can't rely on feeling inspired every day. You need systems that keep you going.
Yes, like setting reminders, having accountability partners, or rewarding yourself.
I also think celebrating small wins keeps you motivated. Don't wait until you're perfect. Every step counts.
Absolutely. And when you slip up, because you will, don't quit. Just restart.
Progress, not perfection. That's the mindset.
Emma, if you had to name one healthy habit that changed your life the most, what would it be?
I'd say mindfulness, being present in whatever I'm doing. It reduces stress and helps me appreciate the moment.
That's beautiful. For me, it's consistent exercise. It doesn't just make my body strong, it clears my mind.
It's amazing how something so simple can transform your mood and energy.
Yeah, healthy habits don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years.
Oh, I love that. So true.
So, to everyone listening, remember, your habits are the foundation of your future.
You don't have to change everything at once. Start with one small healthy habit today and stick with it.
Drink more water, move a little, rest well, think positively, and over time, you'll feel the difference.
Consistency beats intensity. Little by little, you'll build a healthier, happier life.
Thank you all for tuning in to Reen English channel.
We hope this inspires you to build your own healthy habits, one step at a time.
Take care, stay positive, and keep growing.
See you next time. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our Re in English channel podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. It's so good to have you with us today. We have a really uplifting topic, something we all need from time to time.
Yes. Today we're going to talk about how to stay positive and motivated, even when life gets a little tough. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Exactly. Everyone faces challenges, whether it's stress at work, feeling tired of studying, or just losing focus. But learning how to stay positive can really change everything.
Absolutely. And we'll be sharing personal stories, ideas, and small daily habits that help us stay motivated and keep a healthy mindset. So grab your coffee or tea, relax, and let's start.
So, Emma, let's start with something simple. What does staying positive mean to you?
I think staying positive doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It's more about how you react to what happens. When things go wrong, instead of saying, "Oh no, my day is ruined," you ask, "Okay, what can I do about this?"
That's a great point. It's not about ignoring reality, but about choosing your focus. Like, do you focus on what's missing or what's still possible?
Exactly. I once heard a quote, "You can't control the waves, but you can learn to surf." That's staying positive.
I love that. And it's so true. People often think positivity is just about smiling all the time, but it's actually about resilience, bouncing back when life pushes you down.
Yes, and it's a mindset that can be learned. You don't need to be born optimistic. You can train yourself to think differently.
Now, let's move to motivation, because positivity and motivation are like best friends.
True. Motivation is the energy that keeps us going, but it's not always there, right? Sometimes you wake up and feel like doing nothing.
Oh, yes, that happens to everyone. Even the most successful people lose motivation sometimes.
I think that's why it's important to create habits that bring back your motivation when it fades.
What do you mean by that?
Like, for me, when I feel unmotivated, I go for a walk, listen to an inspiring podcast, or talk to a friend who has a positive attitude. That helps me restart my energy.
That's smart. I do something similar. I remind myself why I started. If I'm working on a project, I take a minute and say,
Jack, you're doing this because you love it.
Motivation grows when you connect your actions with your values.
Absolutely. And it's important to celebrate small wins. Like, even if you just completed a small task, say, well done to yourself.
Totally. That's how you build long-term motivation.
Let's talk about mornings, because how you start your day really affects your mood and motivation.
Oh, yes. A positive morning can set the tone for the entire day.
What's your morning routine like?
I wake up, drink a glass of water, and spend 5 minutes in quiet. No phone, no social media, just breathing and thinking about what I'm grateful for.
That's a great idea. I usually go for a short run or stretch while listening to music. That gives me energy.
Exercise is so powerful for your mind. It boosts endorphins, your feel-good hormones.
And gratitude, like you mentioned, really helps too. Just thinking about 3 things you're thankful for. It changes your mindset from I have to do to I get to.
Exactly. When you start your day feeling thankful, you approach challenges differently.
Now, what about negative people? That's a big topic.
Oh, yes. Sometimes it's hard to stay positive when the people around you are always complaining or criticizing.
Definitely. I think one of the hardest lessons in life is learning to protect your energy.
Yes, you can't always avoid negative people, but you can control how much you let them affect you.
That's true. You can listen, but don't absorb their mood. Imagine you're wearing an invisible shield. You stay kind, but you don't let the negativity stick.
I love that. A positivity shield.
And sometimes you just need to walk away or spend more time with people who lift you up.
That's what I do. I surround myself with friends who are dreamers, doers, and encouragers. That helps a lot. Let's be honest, sometimes no matter what you do, you just feel stuck.
Oh, yes. That happens to me too. When motivation disappears, everything feels heavy.
Right. But that's when you have to take small steps. Don't wait to feel ready. Just start with something tiny.
Exactly. If you wait for perfect motivation, you'll never move. I think action creates motivation, not the other way around.
Totally agree. For example, when I don't want to study or work, I tell myself, just do 5 minutes. Usually, once I start, I keep going.
That's such a good trick. The hardest part is always starting.
And when you finish something, even small, it gives you a boost.
That's how you build momentum, step by step.
You know, one big part of staying positive is how we talk to ourselves.
Oh, yes, the inner voice. That little voice can be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Exactly. If you keep telling yourself, I can't do this, your brain believes it.
But if you say, I'll try my best, it changes your energy.
Positive self-talk isn't about lying to yourself. It's about being kind and realistic.
That's right. Instead of saying, I failed, you can say, I learned something.
I once started writing down positive affirmations. Every morning I read things like, I'm capable, I'm improving, or I can handle today.
That's a wonderful habit. Words have power, especially the ones we repeat.
Let's talk about staying positive when life really gets hard, like losing a job or facing disappointment.
That's when positivity becomes most important. It doesn't mean ignoring pain, but believing that it won't last forever.
Yes, I think during hard times, focus on what's in your control.
Exactly. You can't change the weather, but you can change how you prepare for it.
Yeah, I remember when one of my projects failed, I was really down, but I decided to see it as a lesson, and it actually helped me create something even better.
That's beautiful. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. It's like Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail, I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work.
That's the spirit of motivation. You fall, but you don't quit. So, Jack, what are some habits that keep you positive every day?
I'd say three things: exercise, gratitude, and connection.
Great ones. I'd add journaling and meditation.
Yes, writing down your thoughts really helps. It clears the mind.
And meditation doesn't have to be long. Even 2 minutes of breathing calmly helps you reset.
Also, doing small acts of kindness, like helping someone, saying thank you, or smiling, that boosts your mood too.
Totally. Positivity grows when you give it.
Now, how do we stay motivated in the long run?
I think you need a clear why. When you know why you're doing something, you'll find the strength to keep going.
That's true. Your why is like your inner compass.
And don't compare your journey with others. Everyone grows at a different pace.
Exactly. Social media can make you think you're behind, but everyone's timeline is unique.
Stay focused on your own path, your own progress.
Progress, not perfection. That's the key.
So, to stay positive and motivated, it's not about being happy all the time. It's about choosing hope again and again.
Right. It's a daily decision, and even small positive actions make a big difference over time.
Be kind to yourself, believe in your efforts, and keep moving forward.
And remember, no one stays positive 100% of the time. It's okay to have bad days. What matters is getting back up.
Exactly. Stay grateful, stay curious, and keep shining.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We hope this episode gave you some inspiration and energy to stay positive and motivated.
We'll see you next time. Take care and remember, every day is a new chance to grow. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Reen English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a really powerful topic, one that affects everyone at some point in life: fear. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
That's right. Our episode today is called Overcome Your Fear. We'll talk about what fear really is, how it shows up in our lives, and most importantly, how to overcome it step by step.
It's interesting, isn't it? Fear can stop us from doing so many things: speaking in public, learning English, starting a business, even talking to new people.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not even a real danger. It's just our mind imagining something that might go wrong.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Most of our fears never actually happen.
True. Let's start by talking about what fear really is, not from a scientific point of view, but from real life. So, Jack, when was the last time you really felt fear?
Honestly, the last big one was when I had to speak in front of a big audience. It was a business conference, around 500 people. My hands were shaking, my voice almost cracked.
That's such a common fear. Public speaking is one of the biggest fears people have.
Totally. I prepared so well, but right before I went on stage, I thought, what if I forget my lines? What if they don't like my talk?
And that's where fear starts. It's the what ifs. The mind creates possible failures and treats them as if they're real.
Yeah, fear is basically a protective signal. Our brain says, be careful, but sometimes it overreacts.
Exactly. It's trying to keep us safe, but it also keeps us stuck.
Let's talk about how fear actually controls people. I think it's subtle. You don't always know it's fear that's stopping you.
Right. Sometimes we say, I'm not ready, or it's not the right time. But really, it's fear hiding behind excuses.
For example, people who want to improve their English, they often say, I'll practice when I feel more confident.
Yes, but confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You start speaking, even if you're scared. And that's how confidence grows.
That's such a key point. Most people wait to feel ready, but readiness comes after you start.
Exactly. I remember when I first started podcasting, I was nervous too. My voice sounded strange to me. I kept thinking, what if no one likes it?
I can relate. My first few episodes were full of awkward pauses. But look at us now. We're still here, still learning, still improving.
That's the beauty of it. You only overcome fear by doing the thing you're afraid of.
Let's dive deeper into one specific fear: fear of failure.
Yes, that's probably the most common one. People don't want to fail because they think failure means they're not good enough.
And that's a misunderstanding. Failure isn't the end, it's just feedback.
Exactly. It tells you what didn't work, so you can try something else.
I think one of the reasons people fear failure so much is because they care too much about what others think.
Absolutely. The fear of judgment is huge. We imagine people laughing at us or criticizing us, but honestly, most people are too busy with their own lives to notice.
Right, no one's sitting around thinking, wow, Emma's podcast didn't sound perfect today.
Exactly. But our minds act like everyone's watching. So the trick is focus on your growth, not on people's opinions.
That's so true. Every successful person has failed, probably many times.
Yeah. I read somewhere that Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he created the light bulb.
Imagine if he had stopped after the 10th failure. We might still be in the dark.
Exactly. So failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it.
Another big fear, the fear of the unknown.
Oh, yes. That one stops people from trying new things, new jobs, new countries, new relationships, new languages.
It's because we like certainty. We want to know what will happen. But life doesn't work like that.
Right. Growth happens outside the comfort zone. I remember when I moved abroad for the first time. I didn't know anyone, didn't speak the local language well. It was scary, but it was also the best experience of my life.
Exactly. Fear and excitement feel almost the same in the body. Heart racing, butterflies in your stomach. But the meaning we give it changes everything.
Yes, you can interpret that feeling as I'm nervous or as I'm ready.
That's so powerful. The same emotion, but a different mindset.
Let's talk about practical steps people can take to overcome fear.
Good idea. The first one I'd say is acknowledge it. Don't pretend you're not scared. Just say, yes, I feel fear, and that's okay.
That's step one, awareness. You can't control what you don't notice.
Exactly. Then step two, analyze it. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Most of the time, it's not as bad as you think.
Yes. Write it down if you have to. It helps to see your fear on paper. It becomes smaller.
Step three, take small actions. Don't try to do everything at once. Take one tiny step towards the thing you're afraid of.
Right. Like, if you're afraid of speaking English, start with a 1-minute conversation.
Or if you're scared of starting a business, start with research.
The key is momentum. Once you move, the fear starts to lose power.
Exactly. Step four, reframe your thinking. Instead of saying, what if I fail? Say, what if I succeed?
I love that. It changes everything. I think self-trust plays a big role in overcoming fear.
Absolutely. When you trust yourself, fear can't control you as much.
It's like telling yourself, no matter what happens, I can handle it.
That's a strong mindset. It doesn't mean you won't face difficulties, but it means you won't run away from them.
And each time you face fear, your courage grows.
Yeah, it's like building a muscle. Every time you challenge yourself, you get stronger.
I love that analogy. Courage is a muscle. The more you use it, the more powerful it becomes.
Let's connect this to English learning for a moment, since many listeners are students.
Yes, fear of making mistakes, fear of speaking, fear of being judged, those are so common.
Definitely. But mistakes are part of learning. You can't improve without them.
Exactly. The moment you accept that mistakes are okay, you start to grow faster.
When learners stop fearing judgment, their fluency improves almost automatically.
Because they're relaxed. They speak more naturally and communication becomes easier.
So, overcoming fear isn't just about life, it's about learning too.
You know what's interesting? Some people actually fear success.
True. It sounds strange, but it's real. They worry that success will change them or that people will expect more.
Or that they'll lose friends, or not be able to handle the pressure.
Right. But success doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you've always been capable of becoming.
Wow, I love that line. Say it again?
Okay. Success doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you've always been capable of becoming.
Beautiful. That's going in my journal. So, Jack, if you had to sum up everything, what's your best advice for overcoming fear?
I'd say feel the fear and do it anyway. Action is the best cure for fear.
I totally agree. My advice would be trust yourself. You've survived everything so far, and you'll survive this too.
Yes, fear never really disappears, but you get better at handling it.
Exactly. The more you face it, the smaller it becomes.
So, to all our listeners, whatever you're afraid of, take one step towards it today. You'll be proud of yourself tomorrow.
Absolutely. Remember, courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about moving forward even when you are.
And that's how you grow, one brave step at a time.
Thank you all for joining us on today's episode of Reen English Channel.
We hope you found it inspiring. Until next time, stay strong, stay confident, and keep growing.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to our Real in English Channel podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. It's great to have you with us again. Today's episode is something that everyone can relate to. We're going to talk about the weather. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos.
Yep, the weather. It sounds like such a simple topic, but it's honestly something that connects everyone no matter where you are in the world.
Absolutely. Whether it's sunny, rainy, or snowing, we all talk about it every day, sometimes even without realizing it.
Right. It's like the most universal conversation starter. You meet someone for the first time, and what do you say? Nice weather today. Or, wow, it's really cold out.
Exactly. It's a safe topic. No matter your age, background, or language level, the weather always works.
Totally. And it's kind of funny how the weather can influence our mood so much. Like when it's sunny, people smile more. When it rains, people slow down, stay home, and drink tea.
I know what you mean. I personally love rainy days. They make me feel calm. I like the sound of rain on the window.
Oh, same. Especially when you don't have to go anywhere. Just stay inside, wear cozy clothes, maybe watch a movie or read a book. It's perfect.
But let's be honest, it's only enjoyable if you're not stuck outside without an umbrella.
Exactly. I've been caught in the rain so many times without one. You think you'll be fine, and then 5 minutes later, you're completely soaked.
That's the worst. And it always happens when you're going somewhere important, like a meeting or dinner.
True. But, I kind of miss those moments. There's something spontaneous about them. Like, life doesn't always go according to plan, and the weather reminds us of that.
That's actually really deep, Emma.
Maybe. But seriously, weather has a big impact on our lives. It shapes our habits, our mood, even the way we talk.
Yeah, it even affects how we dress. Some people spend more time checking the forecast than checking their email.
Guilty. I always check the weather app before bed and again in the morning, just in case.
And still, sometimes the forecast is wrong.
Oh, yes. The classic, it's supposed to be sunny today, and then boom, rain.
Or worse, just light rain, and it turns into a storm.
Yeah, I think weather forecasters have one of the hardest jobs. They're always blamed when things go wrong.
Poor weather people. They can never make everyone happy.
Nope. But hey, do you remember any crazy weather experiences, like something unusual?
Oh, definitely. I'll never forget this one time I was on a road trip. We were driving through the mountains, and suddenly a huge storm hit. We couldn't see more than a few meters ahead.
That sounds scary.
It was. We had to pull over and wait it out. The lightning was striking nearby, and the thunder was so loud it shook the car.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah, but it was also beautiful in a strange way. After the storm passed, the sky turned this deep orange and purple color. The air was fresh, everything smelled like rain and trees.
That sounds amazing. Nature can be terrifying and beautiful at the same time.
Exactly. What about you? Any memorable weather stories?
Actually, yes. Once when I was traveling in Thailand, I experienced a tropical storm for the first time. I was sitting at a beach cafe and suddenly the sky went dark, like in seconds.
Oh, I can imagine.
Then this crazy wind started, Chairs were flying and people were running to get cover. It was wild. But after 20 minutes, everything was calm again, and there was this stunning rainbow over the sea.
That's incredible. It's like the weather gives us drama and peace all at once.
Totally. And it teaches us patience, too. You can't control it, you just have to adapt.
That's a good life lesson right there.
Yeah, maybe that's why people always talk about the weather. It's kind of a metaphor for life.
True. Some days are sunny, some are stormy, but eventually the sky clears up.
Beautifully said, Jack.
Thanks. You know, it's also funny how people from different countries react differently to the same weather.
Oh, yes. For example, people in the UK always talk about the weather because it changes every 5 minutes.
Exactly. And when there's just a bit of sunshine, everyone rushes outside to enjoy it.
Yes, parks are suddenly full.
Meanwhile, people from hotter countries might hide from the sun, saying, "It's too hot to go outside."
Right, it's all about what you're used to.
Yeah, and it's interesting how weather shapes culture, too. Like in colder countries, you'll find cozy traditions, hot chocolate, fireplaces, long coats.
And in tropical places, people are more laid back, outdoor oriented, colorful clothing, beach life.
The weather affects everything, even food.
That's true. Like soups and stews in the winter, ice cream and salads in the summer.
Exactly. Or having hot tea on a rainy day. It just feels right.
Yes, it's like comfort in a cup.
Speaking of which, I once read that weather can also affect productivity.
Really?
Yeah, some studies say people work better on cloudy days because they're less distracted by the sunshine.
That's interesting. I always thought sunny days made people happier and more energetic.
They do, but apparently too much sun can make people daydream about being outside instead of working.
Makes sense. I've definitely stared out the window wishing I was at the park instead of on a Zoom call.
Haven't we all?
You know what else is funny? The small talk about weather. It's like the universal way to start a conversation.
Yep. Cold today, isn't it? And suddenly you're chatting with a stranger.
It's amazing how something so simple connects people.
Yeah. And sometimes that little chat can lead to something bigger, like a friendship, a smile, or even a business deal.
Totally. It breaks the ice. No pun intended.
Nice one.
But seriously, weather talk isn't just filler, it's human connection.
Exactly. And in language learning, it's a great topic for practice.
Oh, absolutely. It's simple, useful, and natural.
Right. And it can lead to other topics: clothes, travel, plans, mood.
That's why teachers always start with weather vocabulary. It's practical.
Yeah, and it builds confidence. You can easily say something like, "It's sunny today," and keep the conversation going.
Totally agree. You know, I've noticed that weather even affects creativity.
Really?
Yeah, like rainy days make people reflective, while sunny days inspire movement and fun ideas.
That's so true. I actually write more when it rains. Something about that cozy mood helps me focus.
Same here. I like working in coffee shops when it's raining outside. It feels peaceful.
There's something romantic about it.
Definitely.
But let's be honest, I also love sunny beach days.
Who doesn't? The sound of the waves, the smell of sunscreen, the feeling of sand, that's happiness.
Yeah. Though sunburns, not so much.
True. Always wear sunscreen, people.
So, Emma, if you could choose your perfect weather, what would it be?
Hmm. I'd say mild and sunny, around 23 degrees Celsius with a soft breeze.
That sounds perfect.
What about you?
I'd go for partly cloudy, a bit cool, like autumn weather.
Oh, I love autumn. The colors, the smell of leaves, and the fashion.
Exactly. Cozy sweaters, scarves, coffee. What's not to love?
Autumn might just be the perfect balance.
Agreed. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
You know, talking about all this makes me realize how much the weather influences our happiness.
Yeah. Maybe being aware of it helps us appreciate every day more,
Even rainy ones.
especially rainy ones.
That's a great way to look at it.
So true. No matter what the weather is, there's always something to enjoy. A walk, a cozy drink, or just the sound of nature doing its thing.
Well said, Jack.
Thanks, Emma.
So, to everyone listening, whatever your weather looks like today, find a little joy in it.
Whether it's sunny, rainy, snowy, or windy, it's part of life's rhythm.
Beautifully said. And that's all for today's episode.
Thanks for joining us. Stay cozy, stay curious, and don't forget your umbrella.
See you next time.